What's up, guys? It's Brian here, and today I'm bringing you guys another little mini mock. Just a few days ago, I posted about my little vignette mocks over here. Well, at the same time as I made those, I actually made another vignette that's actually a little bit bigger, so I wanted to make a separate video for this one because I like this one a lot more. But I made a little edit to the Duel on Mustafar set from 2020, or yeah, it was 2020. But I never really liked the look of that set, and I really wanted to make it a little bit more sleek, a little bit more modernized, and take out some of the weird play functions that it had. So I came up with what you see down here, but let's take a close-up look at my new Duel on Mustafar display. So here is what I have reduced the Duel on Mustafar 2020 set into, this little vignette style mock. And I did start it off by using the faraway bricks technique that I did use for all these other little mini mocks. And I was going to make a smaller vignette, but as I was building it, I really just wanted to make it a little bit bigger. And I was kind of tearing apart the Duel on Mustafar set. A lot of that set I really didn't like, but I wanted to include some of the structures that I did. Like the two little platforms, I did modify this one quite a bit, as well as the lava flow back here with this structure in the background. I also had the goal of making the model a lot less messy, because I feel like all of the weird yellows and oranges and all the different little black rock pieces kind of just made the build look not very appealing to the eye, and the play function was pretty useless to me, honestly. And I didn't like how Anakin had the high ground as well, so that had to be changed as well. But I did get quite a bit of translucent pieces on Bricklink, so this can't be built with just the 2020 set. I did have to get a lot of pieces from Bricklink for this. But it was mostly these trans orange 1x2 plates and the trans red 1x2 plates. I did add some tiles on top. You can see the texturing. These tiles, the 2020 set had quite a lot of trans orange tiles, so I got to add those in everywhere. But I like the studded look as well because it gives the lava some texture. And as well as the little lava flow down here. This is from the original set, and then I added in those two cheese slopes down there just to make it a little lava flow. Obviously, this is kind of like a forced perspective type of deal. I didn't really think about scale too much. I just like the way that this looks, even though it's not accurate at all. There's the back there. This little piece is hanging out there because I just couldn't find a brick to fill in there, and it just gives it some more personality. This top build is not really changed at all. I did just kind of stick it up top. You can see the connection right there. Nothing too crazy. A lot of these pieces are from the set. I just kind of modified it so that it would, it doesn't bend anymore. This is where that connection was to make the structure fall. And then you can kind of see what I did with the little platforms. This platform was just pretty barren to me, and I didn't like the way that the grates were kind of sticking out from it very much so. So I edited this quite a bit, modified it a lot, added some pieces underneath it to just give it some more texturing. I can't find the original printed piece that came in the set. I might have lost it in the move somewhere, but I gotta find that original printed tile so I can swap this little ski pole antenna out of there. And then this droid I didn't change at all. I just took out the pieces that made the function work, and that's what was left of the droid. I think it works fine. I mean, I'm not, gonna modify it too much more. It allows Anakin to stand up there nicely, so it's not too big of a deal. But then you have Anakin and Obi-Wan fighting up here, and you can't have the play function anymore unless you do this and twist up the the bases a little bit. But I did use some trans clear cylinder pieces to hold them up like that. But I am very, very happy with how this little vignette came out. And I deserve to have its own little video be made about it. This is actually the second time I've made a Mustafar mock. Maybe you guys remember back in 2016, I actually made a high ground mock. You can go back and see that video on my channel as well. I'll put a link to it somewhere, maybe up in the corner up here. But yeah, this is my second Mustafar mock, but this one I very much intend to just keep intact and keep on display because all the pieces in here were used either from my most recent Bricklink orders or from the Duel on Mustafar set. And I'm very, very happy with how this little display came out. And yeah, again, I just had to clean up some of the rocks. I took out all of the yellow. I didn't think any of the yellow looked good, in my opinion. And then just made this into a nice little lava build with Anakin and Obi-Wan duking it out. And I actually, because I have these two figures on display elsewhere, I actually use the older figures for when I have this mock on display. So let me just swap those out real quick to show you what it looks like on my shelf. First of all, there it is without figures, so you can kind of see what that looks like. But because I have these guys displayed elsewhere, I'm using old style Anakin and Obi-Wan on display, which just gives it a nice little nostalgic look. I love these figures. These are some of my first LEGO Star Wars figures ever. So this is how I am currently displaying it, but I just used these figures to show you what it looks like with the Duel on, like from the Duel on Mustafar set. But they're the two old style figures, duking it out. That's going to just about do it for this little video. I just wanted to show you this vignette in kind of a separate video from the smaller ones that I had done, because this one's much more larger and impressive to me, and I just like it quite a bit. It made me really like the Duel on Mustafar set now, because I was able to tear it apart, use the pieces for better, and I still have a lot of leftover parts from that set to use elsewhere. So that's going to just about do it for this little video. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed. Leave me a comment down below, and be sure to go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. Thanks again for watching. This has been Brian from Watermelon Studios. Peace out, guys.